at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Commodores head coach told me before the game, the biggest message to his team in the locker room is communicate and execute. In this situation, they're trying to separate themselves in the conference race. The Big Ten is so loaded, but on the road, it is going to be tough in this hostile environment. Over-communication at the line of scrimmage and executing every play, particularly on this opening script, that is their focus here after kickoff. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Alexander. Breaks into the open. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
Been so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to pass, it's Carter. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I can't wait to watch the Vanderbilt Commodores moving forward because without Diego Pavia, what does this squad look like? Eli Stowers was a baller, too, who just went to the NFL in the first-round pick at tight end. It's a new era. Can they sustain this offense that they've had the last couple years? Who takes the helm? What does it look like? Palmer, I got more questions. I'd love to hear your answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's TBD, honestly. And I think it's not just replacing the playmaking ability of Pavia, running and throwing the football, but also the moxie and the leadership and his ability to galvanize the team and put everything on his shoulders in the biggest moments. That's stuff you can't coach. And so
might have a chance. Powers through. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Looking to throw, it's Carter. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Vandy! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Could be an alley. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Harris. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And some room to work. Inside the 45. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Might be calling a hot route. 95-96 bridge. He'll take it himself. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
2nd and goal for this offense. quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Alexander. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll try it again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Dropping back, it's Carter. Zings it complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fighting off the defender. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Back to throw, it's Carter. Looking deep. Makes a grab. The Commodores will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right?
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Tries it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Using his feet. Stop. Nothing. Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Carter. Trying to find the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. What a nice job just finding a spot downfield and lofting it in there perfectly.
And you see quarterbacks and receivers do that all the time, right? All summer, throwing the ball in air, throwing the ball in air. Why? Because I know exactly where he's going to be right when I get my back foot in the ground to throw the football. You could tell he knew exactly how much touch to put on that ball to make a big play down the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try it over the left side. Makes it past the marker. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Here's a little, got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Alexander. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. He's got 69 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy 1st down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Carter. That's caught. It's Spence. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's a nice grab, but he would have been much better off just to let that thing go out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
To the air on 2nd down. Oh, he makes the catch. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that. A receiver playing running back. A guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle. He sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big play for this offense. Nice versatility by the running back.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Johnson looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It'll be incomplete, tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Got a man. It's Oakland. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Making side adjustments here. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. Time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 13 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Cougars coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road.
Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Harris. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Yeah, it was a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running to go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football, catch it. Nice route by the wide receiver.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Fields. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Johnson looking to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
So now it's second and long. The give to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge. A 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Field goal is good. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't lose your assignment.
Dropping back, it's Carter. Makes the grab, it's Alexander. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson wants to throw it. Using the quick game. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
On the move, it's Harris. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going right and going deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the time. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to him on the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He's up to 90 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Carter. On the move, he fires. Grabbed over the middle, it's Connor. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Now on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Send the tight end in motion. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Carter. Rushes on him. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. Timeout taken here, 2nd one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He wants to throw it. Trying to bull his way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Yeah, and they're trying to get something going here. Obviously, got to make something happen quick late in the 4th quarter, and that might be their last chance, their last real shot. Now they turn the football over, and it's just not looking good. That clock is really working against them.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Can't get him to the ground.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. There's a crease. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball.
Turning it on! And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.